Professional Game Match Officials Limited have taken action against Darren England. The Professional Game Match Officials Limited have ruled that Darren England will not take charge of any Liverpool matches for the rest of the season. The referee was in charge of VAR for the Reds' 2-1 defeat at the hands of Tottenham last weekend, where he agreed to Luis Diaz's opening goal being disallowed after being reduced to 10 men after Curtis Jones was sent off. Jurgen Klopp's side appeared to take a shock lead after Diaz fired a fierce strike past Guglielmo Vicario after a neat pass from Mohamed Salah. However, the linesman cut the forward celebration short by ruling him offside, a decision which VAR appeared to agree with. But it has since emerged that VAR approved of the on-field decision because they thought that the goal had been given. With the ball back in play by the time that the error had been recognized, England and his assistant Dan Cook were responsible for the significant error and were removed from officiating over this weekend, according to the Telegraph. PNGOL have taken further action and England will not take charge of any Liverpool matches until the 2023-24 season has concluded. The 37-year-old will not be sacked for his mistake at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and Chief Officer Howard Webb is still confident in his ability, with PGMOL even using him as a representative over the past 12 months, though calls for the match between Liverpool and Spurs to be replayed due to his error have prompted the organisation to act swiftly, and they are hopeful that the upcoming international break will allow time for the entire team to regroup and for the wider frustration to quieten, according to The Independent. The match between the Reds and Tottenham could be replayed despite Klopp admitting that it is unlikely. The rematch would be possible under UEFA competition rules regardless of there not being a club guilty of committing an offence to justify a replay. Though there is a belief within legal football circles that the Premier League's rules do not mention that and therefore they could set their own precedent. A replay is said to be possible because the laws were incorrectly applied, rather than simply because a mistake was made. VAR recognized that a decision needed to be made, identified that Diaz was onside but failed to award the goal as they should have, which would have given them grounds to protest to UEFA if a complaint was lodged within 12 hours of the full-time whistle. The Premier League are also said to have not received a complaint, though their rules do not mention the possibility of replays and how they would come about, meaning UEFA could attempt to point the situation in a certain direction.